what to say about Nintendo right now. Right now, they are not the most popular, I would say, when it comes to worldwide. Ever since a month ago when the Nintendo Switch 2 came out, they have been making some decisions that a lot of people are not happy with them for. First of all, they made the stupid decision of making Mario Kart World $80, which I am complaining about that. It is a fun game which people either love or hate this version of Mario Kart World, but I love it. But there's also the bundle where a $500 Switch game was included with the Switch 2. So that made the Switch 2 more expensive to get the bundle version, which was a good deal. But with the game key cards, not only is there really no point in getting a physical game case for the Nintendo Switch 2 games, because the game card, they don't have the game on the actual cartridge. You just gotta go online, download the game from the eShop to get the game on the Nintendo Switch 2. Some games do have the full game, but this was another stupid stinker idea from Nintendo to make this whole physical game not physical that you gotta get online. Really bad idea from Nintendo. Also, it seems they've risen their games another $10. I mean, the Donkey Kong Bonanza, apparently that was $70. Mario Kart World's $80. And it's just ridiculous they're increasing the price on everything. But with price increases, there's also bricking, which resulted in a lawsuit from Brazil with the whole bricking thing, and apparently playing used games from the Switch 1, and if you play that on the Switch 2, apparently that can get your Switch 2 bricked as well. So, Nintendo, honestly, they haven't been making great decisions. But what I want to talk about in this video is the news that Shigeru Miyamoto came out recently for the Legend of Zelda movie that's going to be coming out in 2027. If you don't know, he recently put a post on Twitter or X about the news for the casting with Zelda and Link. And he chose these two English actors that nobody's heard of, but here's the whole post that he put on Twitter.
This is Miyamoto. I am pleased to announce that for the live-action film of Legend of Zelda, Zelda will be played by Bo Bragason's son, and Link by Benjamin Evan Ainsworth's son. I am very much looking forward to seeing both of them on the big screen.
Personally, I've never heard of these actors before, but I did do some research on them to find out what they've done, and apparently they have done some big things before, especially the kid who plays Link, Evan Ainsworth. Benjamin Evan Ainsworth, sorry. He's 16 years old, which is the perfect age for Link, because in mostly every Legend of Zelda game, he's 16 years old. So that's a good choice for him. The movies that he's done, he was the voice of Pinocchio in the Disney Plus movie with Tom Hanks that came out in 2022. He was also in 2020, he was in a movie, The Haunting of Bly Manor. And in 2018, he was in a series called The Haunting. So, he has been in some movies that people they know of that didn't go globally huge successfully, but at least he's done stuff that has gotten his name out there. So, and he's 16, perfect age for Link, being cast as Link. A lot of people are since they don't know him, they're good with that. So, we're gonna see what he brings to the table. And now for the hot stuff that everyone is talking about. For Zelda being Bo Bragison, she's 21 years old, which is still a little old for Zelda. I think she's around Link's age, maybe a year older, making her 17. I think the oldest she's ever been is like 19 when she was Twilight Princess age. But the movies that she's been in, in 2016, she was in a CGI movie called King's Glaive for Final Fantasy. And in 2024, she's done a couple things. She was also like Benjamin Evan Ainsworth, how he did stuff for Disney Plus with Pinocchio. She was also in a Disney Plus, The Renegade Now. And she's also done a TV show called The Jetty and The Radleys. So, like Benjamin Evan Ainsworth, she's gotten her feet out there. But people have a big problem with her playing Zelda. I remember when me and my friends were just talking about this, like, Hunter Schafer, she's been like the talk for everyone wanting her to play Zelda just because she looks like her. And that's what I was joking about with my friends, which honestly you can't deny. She looks exactly like Zelda. She has the perfect elf look to her, especially in Tears of the Kingdom with her short hair. She definitely looks like Zelda in that, but this is where Nintendo is getting into hot water, because gender activists, because Hunter Schafer looks exactly like Zelda, they wanted her to play Zelda, and Nintendo didn't want this transgender person to take on the role of Princess Zelda. They're just like, Zelda's a woman, she's always been a woman, she's always gonna be a woman. And honestly, it's like, so Hunter Schafer is not gonna be Zelda, just get over with that. Casting has been decided. Yeah, they could do a thing where like people are suggesting that they go into the future where a Hunter Schafer could be Zelda, and then they go to the past where they're gonna have Bo Bragison play Zelda. And for Ocarina of Time, that could work with time travel, but that's a video game. This is gonna be a movie. Time travel back and forth is not gonna work for this type of movie. So, get over it. Hunter Schafer is not gonna be Zelda. Now, I don't know if Hunter Schafer herself has had much experience. I don't think she has. I know that she had a brief appearance in that Hunger Games movie, like The Ballad of Snakes and Birds or something. She's also in that TV show Euphoria. But other than that, I don't know what else she has been in. So, the only reason people want her as Zelda is she may be a good actress, but it's really just based on looks. Also, the age thing is gonna be a major consideration. I mean, Nintendo is planning on making this Legend of Zelda a trilogy, and having a 21-year-old and 16-year-old will be perfect, because they're still gonna be young by the end of this trilogy. And Hunter Schafer right now is 26, she's gonna be 27 in a couple months. She's 2 years away from me. And that's like, if Crunchyroll came out, Studio Bones saying they were gonna be coming out with a My Hero Academia live action movie, and whenever I go to like Comic-Cons or whatever, I'm always Izuku Midoriya, and people love it because they say I rock it looking as Izuku Midoriya, like he's my anime copy. But I'm understand if I wouldn't get cast because I'm turning 29 and Izuku Midoriya, he's like 16, 17. And the fact that if this is going to be a trilogy and Hunter Schafer is 27, I don't think people want a 30, 31-year-old Zelda. But that's just me. Anyway, I know people aren't happy about Bo Bragginson being Zelda, that's for sure. But I definitely understand where they're coming from with the whole situation of Hunter Schafer, the transition thing. I definitely see why Nintendo's uncomfortable with that. Link, of course, is going to be interesting to see this Benjamin character put on the blonde wig and the Link outfit. I'm still excited for this movie. I kind of think they're gonna be trying to make it like a Lord of the Rings movie, which for this game series is not gonna work. Like, they can definitely do the beginning of it, like how the Fellowship of the Ring, how Sauron in the ring, how Isildur cut the ring off. They could do the Hyrulean Civil War similar to that, but yeah, this is definitely not going to be a Lord of the Rings movie. I'm sorry for anyone hoping that it would be, but this Legend of Zelda movie, it's going to be its own thing. Anyway, that's my thought about it. I am super excited for this movie. We finally got Link and Zelda as castmates. I am super excited to hear who Ganondorf is going to be. For me personally, I'm like 60% hoping Idris Elba is going to be playing Ganondorf. To me, he has the perfect voice, perfect body built for it. But yeah, it's going to be exciting to see who Nintendo chooses for Ganondorf. And for those who wanted Hunter Schafer as Zelda and are still crying about that, all I can say is tough luck. Alright, that's the video. I hope you liked it. If you did, please subscribe. Leave comments on anything you thought I said. If you agree with it, if you don't, I would want to know. Anyway guys, please give the video a thumbs up. And yeah, we'll see you next time. Hope you like the Zelda movie. Later.